Hey everyone, it's Justin. Thank you so much for joining us on another episode of the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast. We're grateful to have you with us on this episode and our over 325 and counting episodes in our portfolio. We can't do this without you, so thank you. If you would give us a big thumbs up, like, subscribe, share, follow, comment, all those great things are free to do, and they help us get closer and closer to our overarching goal of helping 3 billion people over the course of my lifetime and beyond. It's been a busy week, and I don't foresee any slowdown on the horizon, and that's okay because that means we're helping people. In this episode, just like others, we are bringing topics, and some of those instances, those topics involve public safety, health, public safety concerns, and that and those undoubtedly impact mental health. Uh, Fear of getting COVID, fear of being in a public space and have somebody with ulterior motives coming in and doing something nefarious. Whatever that may be, those all affect our mental health, can give us trauma, and we uh, like to share just with you, as we always do, that we are going to continue on this mission, this journey of life, that we're going to continue helping people, and we are in just great great company with you. So thank you if this is your first episode, or if you've been with us from the beginning. We can't do this without you. I can't stress that enough. And again, this is Justin with Voices for Voices. On this particular episode, a troubling trend we have been seeing in the news is, uh, well, I guess first off, how many of you like stickers? Obviously, right, depending on what they are of, if it's our favorite sports team or favorite sport, if it's a character, uh, in general, people like like stickers, and that goes for children as well. And when children are in that phase of life where they may be sent to school or considered daycare at a young age, uh, taking a nap or starting out, usually taking two naps, I think. Uh, Not everybody is on the same clock. Some children, it takes a while for them to get to sleep, and so that can happen. And as a father, that that can happen, and that's okay. And so as students or children are in the care of others, uh, they enjoy, not just in those times, but in general, they enjoy getting a sticker. For instance, if somebody you know or your own child is in ballet, plays a sport, drama club, it doesn't matter what. But one of the things that usually is done at the end of those practices or those uh, those run-throughs are the passing out of stickers. And so, I know with my daughter, if she gets a sticker after one of her classes, it she's excited to get that and put it on the outside of a water bottle or put it on her shirt or her jacket or somebody else like myself. Uh, and so that those things that being stickers, those resonate with children, just like a lot of things. And so as I revert back to, the daycare, the younger years of taking naps at school, taking rest at school, at daycare, however you want to coin the term. Some children, again, as I mentioned, harder to fall asleep than others, and that's okay. But what we have seen, unfortunately, at least in one area, I think there's other areas, but one we were able to nail down specifically. And so I'm going to put that here up on the screen for us to see of how uh, a school daycare facility was using stickers during nap time. So give me a second here while I pull this up. And we're going to do that. And we're going to do that. And here we are. Okay. So this comes to us from the local12.com news. This is in Spring, Texas, that this particular article that we came across. And as you see up here on the top of the screen is a picture of a sticker. And so you see the crescent moon, you see the nighttime clouds and a star too. Uh, and so we think, okay, what's the big deal? What's a sticker? What's the big deal? Well, I'm going to be quoting certain parts of this particular article. So this is not an article that Voices for Voices has posted, and as you can see, that other news outlets have picked it up to KHOU and CNN. And so I'm just going to read because I think it's worth reading. So, in quote, parents were expressing shock and concern after discovering that their children were allegedly given sleepy stickers, sleepy, like sleep, sleepy stickers by teachers. And so these weren't just stickers, uh, the patches. So now we're talking like, okay, yes, we see a picture. But when you say the patches, that incorporates, makes us think that there's something else included on that sticker. And again, we're going to continue quoting this article from Local 12 in Spring, Texas. The patches, which contain melatonin, among other ingredients, are intended for adults as sleep aids. 4-year-old Lane Luviano was the first to reveal the situation in September when she brought one of the stickers home from Northgate Crossing Elementary School. And quote, the sticker makes me fall asleep, end quote, says Lane. And we're still quoting the article. Her mother, Lisa Luviano, recounted the moment she learned about the stickers. Quote, she kind of pulled up her shorts and said, Mom, look, this is my sleeping sticker. And I was like, what? Says Lisa. And Lane explained that the teacher placed a sticker on her arm, describing it as sleeping with a moon on it. And so we'll scoot on up just to give that. So sleeping with the moon on it, right? Harmless. Lane explained that the teacher placed a sticker on her arm describing it as sleeping with the moon on it. Lane's dad, Joseph Luviano, said he knew something was wrong since school first started. He says that at 2 o'clock in the morning, I hear some noise in the room and I go over and she's still up, said Joseph. Lisa Luviano took action by contacting other parents. Oh, hopefully we're able to get through that. There we go. Sorry about that. That's what happens, with the free versions. Uh, Sleepy stickers. Okay. Uh, so Guilford researched a sticker online and found it to be a Sleep Z patch containing ingredients she was not familiar with. Another concerned parent, Najala Abdullah, noticed changes in her son, who had also been receiving the stickers. Quote, they're giving them drugs that make them sleep to keep them quiet, said Abdullah, adding that her son had been crying, stopped eating, and was bringing home untouched lunches. Parents received an email from the school's principal stating that two staff members were placed on leave after allegedly administering sleeping supplements to students on September 24th. The Spring ISD Police Department is investigating the incident. The school district stated on Wednesday morning that administering any unauthorized substance violates the district's policy. And so this is a sleepy sticker, and this is happening and has happened. So we're going to stop the share and come back here live. So what do you think about that? How does it make you feel? Do you have a child in daycare? 4 years old, 3 years old, 2 years old, five. Are they coming home with stickers saying the same thing? That this is my sleepy sticker? If they are, alert the administration at a school district where your child goes to school or daycare, because sometimes there's different programs, before school or after school, uh, even when children um, start entering kind of the school funnel of starting with kindergarten and first grade, etc. So luckily this didn't happen with my child that I'm aware of. But as you can tell, it is a very big public safety concern when not just that these items, these sleep Z or whatever the terms are called for them, not just the fact that they're available, it's the fact that some teachers and some classrooms are using them to help the children sleep. And if that was happening to my child and I found out about that, uh, there would be some discussion about that. And so this is for anybody here, not just in Northeast Ohio, not just the state of Ohio, not just the United States, but maybe also across the world. We are reaching 90 countries, 800 plus cities across the globe. So welcome, whether you're near or far, to the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast. And we were just talking about these patches, which look like stickers uh, that are given to some children to have that help that child, those children sleep at rest time, at nap time. And so that's a big public health, public safety concern. And so that's why we're doing a whole episode on it because of how big of a concern it is. We only hear about, I don't even know, less than 1% of all the news stories that actually go on. So we hear such a low amount that I'm just assuming that this might be happening in other locations, other areas. This is in Spring, Texas. It could be happening anywhere. So as parents, caregivers, we need to be vigilant. And us at Voices for Voices, when we see something, we say something. And again, if that's something you don't like, turn to the channel. You got plenty of other options you can watch and listen to. We are gonna tell things and stories and cover topics that are hard to talk about, hard to fathom. And this is one of them. To think that somebody would on purpose do this, put the sleepy sticker on the children's arms. Uh, I'm not trusting TikTok 100%, but I have seen a couple TikTok videos where not only were what was being portrayed in those videos was this sleepy sticker. Some of the some of the what again in good faith from what I saw, and I can only go off of that. Uh, some teachers would put them over the children's mouth, almost like to keep them quiet. So not just the patch with oils and other drugs and ingredients in there, but they're taking it to that next level and putting it over somebody's mouth. And I don't know about you, but when I think about the horrific thing of kidnapping, that's for whatever reason, that's my mind goes there. I don't know if it's from TV shows or movies, uh, but my mind goes there as people are kidnapped and then they're held in a room or held somewhere, and then they have duct tape over their mouth so people next door or nearby they can't hear them scream, and so that's what this reminds me of. I'm not saying any of these teachers are kidnapping, and that's not what I'm getting at. I'm just saying that there's a similarity of not only having these patches with their sleepy sticker uh, with melatonin and some and other ingredients, essential oils to try to help a child get to sleep for nap time, rest time. But when they put them over their mouths, again, I haven't independently verified. I've done some investigation, and we showed you that. And that's what we do. So even if you don't see something specific, you can rest assured that we've looked into topics, looked into events before we talk about them. that includes even things that have happened to us as individuals, as human beings. And so we're here to help people. We're here not to have children taken by any nefarious means. But when I saw and heard about this, these sleepy stickers and what was included in them, uh, it just it just made me just very confused on what would make somebody a teacher, somebody in authority to do that. But again, it's happened. So if you live in Spring, Texas, it's happened in your area. It may have been and may be happening in my area. I don't know. I know from my daughter when she was going through those ages uh, that, to the best of my knowledge, that was not occurring. But again, it's one of those things. If we don't talk about it, if we don't say something, we don't show it, we don't investigate, talk about it, and just bring it to the forefront, then nobody else will. And and so the sleepy stickers is a very uh if it's bigger than just one isolated uh daycare school that this is happening to. And I don't like to assume. I assume it's going on other places. I don't know, but I know what we just showed you, and that's a news article. And even the school district was saying that basically under no circumstance should this be going on in any of our, speaking as an administrator in that article, that should not be going on in our school district. Basically, it's prohibited. So we've done a lot of child safety, public safety, public health announcements and episodes this week. We're going to continue as as they arise to do that and share when we think that, in our estimation, in our good faith, that uh, we have some information that we want to share. So parents, uh, take a look, put this one last time as we close. Do this, and then we're gonna go here and there and share. Okay, so this is the sleepy sticker, or could be considered another name. And it may be up to each teacher how what the name of it is if they do it. Uh, but again, this happened in Spring, Texas. Uh, and the parents were alarmed by the sleepy stickers given to students at school. And so this is for parents everywhere. This is for grandparents everywhere. This is for aunts and uncles. This is, uh, and actually, this has been happening because this is in 2024 when this particular article went out. We're in 2025. So it's about a year, oh, close to a year. So we're a week within. So this is October 10th. We're filming this on October 3rd. And the TikTok videos are that I was referring to are are showing more current, if those are indeed legitimately happening. But we just showed you that evidence, plain as day. So if you or anybody you know sees that, please say something. It's not right. It's not something that teachers should be doing. Uh, and we need to protect our children at all costs. We need to do the best that we can. It may not seem glamorous, but uh, we'll see you on the next episode of the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast. Be a voice for you or somebody in need. We'll see you.